Hi, we're here halfway between Arden Hall and Hawnby, the village of Hawnby. We have what used to be called New Hall, where the William and Mary Chapman and their 8 children lived in 1770s. They lived here from about 1750. In fact, he was born at the hall here in 1750 and baptized, in 1729. He was born here and baptized at Arden Hall, just up the road up here where his Lord's Manor would have been. His father, Thomas, also lived here at this hall. So this has been in the Chapman family. Probably they lived here maybe 70 or 80 years altogether between the... sorry, we got sheep running through the shot here. So they lived here probably about 70 years altogether, and between Thomas and William and his family. Here's the road. The road goes right beside the house. It's very close to the road. And here's a panorama. Some buildings around the property. These were almost certainly originally like part of like farm type buildings or outbuildings for various things. And down here we have a cottage. A very small cottage as well. We're back. If you look at the details of New Hall here at Hawnby, you can see that it very closely resembles what the Chapmans built when they moved to Nova Scotia in the late 1770s. So the original home that they built in Nova Scotia was burned down in the first 2 years after arriving. And then they subsequently constructed a new home that is rumored that the William's son, his eldest son William, also William Chapman, designed the place, but it's clear that it was built with this in mind. So they lived here all their lives, and they must have wanted to replicate this in Nova Scotia when must have wanted to replicate this in Nova Scotia when they moved over in the late 18th century. So even down to the porch in the front and that sort of design, you see that in the Chapman house as well. And I'll put up a photo of the two side by side in this video so you can compare the two and see for yourselves that it's pretty similar in size, but I guess it's a Georgian design. And with the big fireplaces that were, of course, used to heat the homes at that time, these days it's probably more likely to be in hot water heating or something like that. But at the time, they had huge fireplaces that were used to heat the huts. An interesting addition to the Chapman home in Nova Scotia is they actually built it with firing apertures coming out of the windows. So you'd have firing positions for defensive positions, which probably made sense at the time. There was a war going on in 1776 with the neighbors in the south, and they'd already had their house burned down by rebels from New England. And so it was probably unlikely that they're a little bit paranoid about being attacked again. And so they built their home as like a defensive structure. It's almost built like a fort.
That's a fire pit.
You see here the vista outside of Newhall. You can see the moors over there. These are the North York Moors this area is named after.